She entered the interview at a leading financial firm, her linen shirt mocked as a cleaning lady's uniform by a sneering panel that called her a fraud. They shredded her resume, the gold standard format, and laughed. "You're no executive. Fetch us some coffee first." Humiliated, Elena stood quietly. Behind her calm gaze lay a secret that would soon shatter their world. The headquarters of the Alterera Group towered over Manhattan's skyline, a glass monolith proclaiming power and prestige. The lobby was a cathedral of wealth: marble floors, gold-trimmed elevators, a chandelier the size of a compact car scattering prisms over leather sofas. Alterera managed trillion-dollar portfolios for governments, tech giants, and old dynasties across Europe and beyond. Its board included Nobel laureates, its executive floors were a loop of Ivy League alumni. The company culture was ruthless, appearance mattered as much as competence. The wrong suit could end a career. Alterera's Instagram flaunted Rolexes and Armani, a curated vision of untouchable elite. It was a world where status was armor, and outsiders were crushed. Elena Royce stepped into the lobby, her white linen shirt spotless yet simple, her cream trousers tailored but plain. Her flat shoes made no sound on the marble. At 39, she carried herself with understated poise, hazel eyes holding both warmth and steel, dark hair tied into a low ponytail, no makeup except a touch of balm. Her canvas tote held a notebook, a pen, and a worn copy of The Wealth of Nations. Elena was a legend in finance, dual MBAs from Oxford and MIT, 15 years in strategy for top investment funds in Zurich, Singapore, and Boston, and personal endorsements from 3 global bank CEOs. A decade earlier, she had designed Alterera's recruitment system herself, merit-based and transparent, before leaving to chair a foundation. Today, she had returned incognito to test that very system, as a candidate for the global strategy vice president position. Her fortune, tied to her husband's tech empire, was immense, but she preferred anonymity. The receptionist, a young woman named Chloe, sleek bun, diamond studs, eyed Elena's outfit and smirked. "Applicants use the side entrance," she said, pointing toward a glass door. Elena nodded, slinging her tote over her shoulder and walking that way, ignoring the murmuring executives nearby. As she waited in the hallway outside the interview room, the other candidates, draped in designer suits and arrogance, formed a mocking circle. Leah Tate, in a Gucci skirt, pointed to Elena's tote and laughed. "Is that your briefcase or a grocery bag?" Jared Hole, the pre-selected favorite, tossed a crumpled dollar at her feet. "For your cleaning service," he sneered, drawing snickers of approval. Another candidate, a pinstriped man named Ethan Crane, snapped a photo and posted it in a group chat titled Alterera Wannabes, Budget Applicant. Their laughter echoed down the corridor. Phones filmed. Leah chanted, "No suit, no chance." A junior HR assistant, Emily Voss, watched, but said nothing. Elena tightened her fingers around her tote, hazel eyes burning with restrained hurt. But she stood tall, her dignity a quiet defiance. The video hit 10,000 views, each comment another wound. "Lost intern," someone wrote. "Or cleaning staff," another replied, laughter sharp as glass. The side corridor led to a sterile hallway, where Elena lined up with more candidates, all in tailored suits with leather portfolios. Jared threw another smirk. "Hope your pitch is stronger than your outfit," he said loudly enough for laughter to ripple again. Elena's eyes flickered, but she smiled faintly, composure her fortress. Inside the interview room, sleek, floor to ceiling. Windows, the panel waited. HR Director Michael Callahan, stocky, in a $5,000 suit. Senior Manager Vanessa Clenny, crimson lipstick against her sharp blazer. Operations Director David Reese, cufflinks gleaming as he shuffled papers. Their eyes said it all, her clothes, her presence, beneath them. Callahan leaned back, chuckling. "You sure you're the real candidate? Thought you were the coffee lady." Vanessa smirked. "Is that your interview look? No one told you Alterera has standards." The air grew thick with judgment. Elena's tone was calm, deliberate. "Please review my resume, let's begin." Callahan snorted, tossing her folder aside. "We'll get to that," he said, dripping contempt. The questioning began, less interview, more humiliation. When Elena started answering a merger analysis, David interrupted, projecting a slide. Candidate dress code, a red X over a photo of a woman in a linen shirt, eerily like Elena's. "That's you," he said, as laughter erupted. Callahan barked, "Speak up. We can't hear you over that outfit." Vanessa slid a 5-page problem set across the table. "You've got 3 minutes. The panel smirked. Jared peeked in, exchanging winks with Callahan. A setup, a spectacle to break her. Elena scanned the sheets, eyes narrowing, then began to write, steady, precise. When time was up, Vanessa grabbed the pages and tossed them back. "You're not leadership material," she said coldly. "Wrong outfit. No presence. And frankly, you failed the test." Before Elena could respond, Jared Hole strode in, sharp pinstripes gleaming. The pre-chosen one. He had donated $200,000 to Callahan's private fund. He brushed his shoulder dramatically. Vanessa smiled. "Now this is leadership potential," she said loudly, for Elena to hear. The laughter returned. Elena rose slowly, tote in hand, gaze steady. "I've never seen a candidate so exceptional," she said softly, "that he could buy his way past every standard of experience and ethics. But if a bribe can decide who sits here, then today's test was meaningless." Silence. Callahan's face went gray. His fist hit the table. "Are you accusing us of bribery?" he roared. "Do you know who you're talking to? This is a premier financial firm, not a street bazaar for cheap accusations." Vanessa's smirk faltered. David froze. Elena didn't flinch. "I know exactly who I'm talking to," she said evenly. "And more importantly, who doesn't deserve to be here." The laughter died. The air turned still. Callahan stammered. Vanessa's hand trembled. Then Elena reached into her tote, pulling out a tablet, displaying a live feed from Altera's internal elite Slack channel, showing their messages. "Coffee lady crashed, failed because of her clothes." The panel recoiled. Jared's smug grin froze. And then, the door opened. Gideon Price, the CEO, silver-haired, sharp-jawed, calm authority, stepped in. He bowed slightly to Elena. "Madam Chairwoman," he said. "My apologies for the delay." The room was a tomb. The panel could barely breathe. Elena unbuttoned her blazer, revealing the gold badge on her shirt. "Chairwoman of the board, Elena Royce." "I'm not here to apply," she said evenly. "I'm here to see if the recruitment system I built still stands for fairness." Her hazel eyes swept across Callahan, Vanessa, Jared. "The answer is no." The room shook with the weight of silence. Callahan's face drained of color. Vanessa was mute. Elena slid a folder to Gideon. "Proof of payments and purchased positions, including Mr. Holes." Gideon's expression hardened. "Effective immediately," he said. "Mr. Callahan, Ms. Clenny, Mr. Reese, and Mr. Hole, suspended." Security entered. The illusion of power crumbled. A week later, Elena stood before the press in a simple navy blazer, toed at her side. "From today," she said clearly, "applications will be judged anonymously. Only competence counts."